before. All right, look, all you're doing is multiplying polynomials, right? All right, now here's the first thing. So Mr. Henning decided to do this two different ways. One way is to do this, right? This vertical format, right? Has anybody ever multiplied their polynomials in this way? Is that really? Oh my gosh, you're the first one to raise your hand. Okay. Well, that's great if you want to do it this way. But the thing is, that's not the way I've been teaching you guys, okay? So here's the thing. There's three different ways of multiplying these things. And the thing is, you've never seen this before. So don't worry. If you don't know how to do it this way, don't do it that way. You don't have to. It's all. The thing is, the point of this is this. Use the method that's most familiar to you that makes it the easiest. Okay, now the second way you've seen before. I don't know if you use it, but the second way you've seen before. So look what you've got. You've got a trinomial, right, times a binomial, right? Okay, and what they want you to show you is this, doing a distributive property. So what you're going to do is this. You're going to take the x and then distribute it to all the parts, right? So how much is x times negative 6? Negative 6x. You see that over there, right? You see negative 6x. How much is x times 3x? 3x squared. You're seeing that right there. How much is x times negative 2x squared? Negative 2x cubed, right? So you're seeing all that. Here's the negative 6x, the 3x squared, and a negative 2x cubed. Okay, so we've done that. Now take the negative 2, the other part of it, and distribute it like that. How much is negative 2 times negative 6? Try again. Positive 12. You see that over there. How much is negative 2 times 3x? Negative 6x. You see that over there. How much is negative 2 times negative 2x squared? For positive 4x squared. You see that over there. So look what you got. You got all these other parts. There's 12, negative 6x, and positive 4x squared. Okay, now once you got it all multiplied, what are you going to do? Yeah, combine like terms, right? Combine like terms. Okay, so how many x cubes do you have? Yeah, negative 2 of them, right? Negative 2x cubed. Okay, now look at the x squared. You got 3 and 4x squared. So how many x squareds do you have? 7x squareds. That's what you see. Okay, now how many? You got negative 6x's, negative 6x's. How many x's do you have? Negative 12x's. That's what you see. And then 12 is just a plain old ordinary constant. You got plus 12. Makes sense? So you can do it that way, okay? There's the answer right there. There's all the parts. Right? There you go, like that. Okay? There's your answer. Okay, now there's another way you've been taught to do this, which is the box method, right? Okay, so I'm going to just show you this real quick, guys, but it's pretty simple. But here's the thing. The box method, there are 3 of these, right? So you're going to have to draw an elongated box, right? Or what I always call a longy. You're going to have a longy times a shorty, right? So here's your longy, okay? Negative 2x squared plus 3x minus 6, and here's your shorty, x minus 2, right? Now, everybody knows how to do box method, right? So then you go put the parts, multiply and put the parts in the box, combine your like terms, right? And you're going to get the same thing here. See, it's all stuff you know how to do, right? It's just that you use the method that makes sense to you. It doesn't matter to me. You're not going to be asked to do a particular method, right? All right, so take a look at this. Look at 1 and 2. And 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Do you see any problems doing those? Because you shouldn't have any. Let me ask you this. When you do number 5, how many times do you have to write down W minus 9? Yeah, 2 times. You see, and that's old stuff from first semester. Oh, yeah, write it down twice and then go box or foil it together, right? Okay, so you got this down. Let's go to the next page. Here's the second page. More of the same, right? Long box, right? Or double distributed property for all these, right? For all these. Long box. Look at 11, 12, and 13. Now, those 3 guys are monsters, right? Because, look, you got 3 and 3. So this is going to be a really involved answer when you get it, right? Because there will be all these things going together, right? So you might want to do a box, or you can do a triple distributive. You decide. But it's going to be a lot. Those 3 are kind of challenging because there's lots of parts going on, right? But it's easy to put them all together, right? So it's kind of a really humongous box you're doing there for 12 and 13, or for 11 and 12. Okay, is it 10? And I'm sorry, and for 10, 10, 11, and 12. There are these big boxes you're doing. All right, now, here's something you haven't seen before. It's simple, but you haven't seen this. Now you've got 3. You've got 3 of them. Oops, sorry. Let me go to this. 1, 2, 3 of these, okay? So when you've got 3 binomials, what you got to do is this. It's just common sense. You're only going to take 2 of them and multiply them together. So the thing is, you can take the first one and the second one, or the first one and the third one, or the second one and the third one, and multiply those 2 together to begin. Make sense? Okay, so what we did on this example is we did the first and the second one. That's what you're going to see. Here's a box with the first and the second, and we multiply the first and the second together, right? And now we combine like terms. So what we're going to have, x squared, and now what's negative 5x plus x? Negative 4x, that's what you see right there, and then minus 5. So you see there's everything right there for the box. Now, once you do these 2 and get this, then what are you going to do? You're going to take that answer and multiply it by what now? Yeah, the third part, right? X plus 3. And so then you're going to do your elongated box, okay, or your double distributed with those 2 guys right there, right? And then you get this final answer. So it makes sense? So when you have 3 of them right, you do 2 of the 3, get the answer, and then multiply that answer by the third one, right? And you get your final answer. Is everybody lost there? What's happening? Once again, it's really simple to do. Okay, so we got that down. And there I'm explaining it to everybody. Take the first 2, get that. Take the third part. There you go. All right, now look at number 17. All right, y plus 4 cubed, right? All right, now look what's up on the board. Look what's up on the board. Do you do this first? Yes or no? Do you do that first? Very good. No, you don't. Good. Fantastic. There was a time on this course where you say yes. Oh, yeah, you do that. No, you don't. So what do? You have to write out y plus 4 how many times? 3 times, and then multiply what? 2 of them together, get the answer, and then multiply that answer by the third one, right? You got it. That's it. You've got the lesson. Just get to working.